Let's have a beautiful experience. In this video, we're going to be talking about why I choose not to smoke weed and how it helped me out for a period of time. And I'm just on hiatus for now. It's beautiful. How you guys doing? My name is, I go by Jesus_Detroit on Instagram, Snapchat, Young Dago. And this video is for anybody out there that might be feeling some of the same similar symptoms that I was getting out of smoking weed, every day. I used to be an adamant smoker. I wasn't like a super stoner or anything, but every day I would be doing it for a period of time. And, did it serve me? Was it a beautiful experience? Absolutely. And you know what? There's a lot of holistic gurus out there and people that like to say that smoking weed lowers your vibration. But I tend to believe that it doesn't. I feel like everybody's different. And if all truths are true, if you perceive weed to make you the best you, then you know what? It's doing that. And I see a lot of people that thrive smoking weed every day. I'm just listening to the Joe Rogan podcast. You got Whiz Khalifa talking about he smokes an ounce a day. Guy's successful. He owns his craft. He does what he does. It's a beautiful thing. So, is he a spiritual person? Absolutely. Does it mean that if you smoke weed, you're going to be any more or less? All depends on you. But this is what I want to talk about. The fact that it was serving me for a time, where, it was just becoming kind of like an after-work ritual, an end-of-the-day ritual. And in the beginning, it was, let's say, a fun ritual. And that's why I used to love smoking weed, man. It was just like every time you would just light up, it's like going to 7-Eleven was an adventure, man. Just talking to the clerks and having yourself a melting moment. That was a beautiful thing. That's what I loved about it, just to put me in that zone of just being happy and excited. That's what I love. So as time went on, I don't know if it's because of the 2012 shift or whatever, or maybe it's the way I'm perceiving it, maybe that's just how it is, or everybody's different. Like I said, I just felt like it wasn't giving me the entertainment value that I once had. And after a while, it just became emotional. Like, all right, we're gonna light up, and then we're gonna go do this, or we're gonna go smoke, and we're gonna go do that. I was living in California at the time. I never really enjoyed being a daytime smoker. It just kind of always clashed my style. Like even we'd go surfing or whatever. Mind you, I'm not the best surfer, but you got guys like, yeah, man, you totally get tubular. Like, oh yeah, dude, just good vibes. You got new areas. Everything's new areas. They like that. Beautiful thing. Me, I'm out in the middle of the ocean. I got a lot of frequencies vibing with me, and it's just like paranoid thoughts and is what's going on, rip currents, wasn't meant to be. So I would establish that, you know what, let's not smoke when I gotta do something important. So we went with that. Then I was just smoking at the end of the day like a reward, all right, I'm gonna have a couple beers, we're gonna burn, it's a beautiful thing, I'm gonna vape it up, we got some fresh kush, loving life. And then it was just it was kind of just clouding me. It wasn't giving me a euphoric relaxation. I was just more or less, I was going inside a lot. And I'm just thinking all these thoughts all right, I got to take care of this. I got to do that. I wonder what this is. And maybe some people, it shuts that down. But for me, it was bringing up a lot of these things. And I don't know if it has to do with, my theory about doing any kind of drug, especially psychedelics. You got to be clear for takeoff. You know what I mean? So if you're doing acid, if you're doing shrooms, clear for takeoff. You know what I mean? But uppers is a different scenario. You know what I mean? You can get cranked up out of any mood. But then again, if you're in the wrong mood, it could put you in the wrong spot. Whole different topic of discussion. Right now we're talking about weed and why it doesn't resonate with me anymore at this moment. Like I said, just taking a hiatus from it. It's probably been a year or so that I haven't really been smoking, and I feel beautiful about it. Thing I want to mention is I drink beer daily. Every day I gotta have me a few, a few beers, whatever, a 6 pack. I'm not like, I fast every day, so at the end of the day is when I choose to, I gotta have my celebration. Or as Jason Mamoa says, the dog's gotta have his bone. Like, right. It's my reward. I feel good after I get through a workout to have myself, a few beers, or 6 or whatever, depending on the day. And I like wine too. Now, this might be a, correspondence to why weed doesn't resonate highly with me. Like, I feel like a lot of high vibe stoners tend to not be drinkers either. It's like a balance thing. Like, if you're drinking, you shouldn't be smoking. Like, a lot of these guys that are like high vibe, they're drinking juice and kombucha and all that. To me, that's beautiful. That's for you. But I don't drink soda pop. You know what I mean? I don't want to drink juice and all that. I'll drink that, for a health benefit, but I want to enjoy my beverage. I'm drinking a beer. That's just the way I'm doing it. And another thing I just want to say is, every time I have a beer, whether I'm having, a Coors Light, a Guinness, or an IPA or whatever, it's, consistent. It's a consistent buzz, consistent high. People don't understand that weed is a mild psychedelic. And I don't care, like, if you have an ounce of, OG Kush, right? You could roll up, a joint with it, smoke half this joint today, have this kind of high at this moment, and then smoke it tomorrow, totally different high. Yesterday you were flying beautiful, everything was just like laughter. To the next day, you're just like, where am I at? You're questioning the universe, like, oh my God, like, should have I did this? Why am I here? Like, you got all this stuff going on and it gets heavy. And I'm like, like, this is just inconsistent to me. Some people, it's not that story. If you're getting a balanced high with every time you smoke, man, beautiful thing, man. Keep doing it. Because at one point, it was completely balanced for me. Like I said, I would get high, go to 7-Eleven, we'd laugh, beautiful story, love my life. But at this particular time, it would just make me go too within myself, and it's just not helping me anymore. Like, I feel like, what? I choose my, I guess you would call it a sedative, a reward, whatever you want to say. And I like beer. I'll choose beer over wine. I'll choose beer, wine over weed any day of the week. And there was a particular time when I would have been like, no way, oh, dude, I need my weed, man, I need it. And it's like, you ain't gonna throw away those Equis or Guinness over an ounce of whatever. You know what I mean? Opinions vary on that. So you super stoners, you like that, it works for you, that's a beautiful thing. Keep smoking, man. It's a healing thing. People love it. Do your own thing, man. Find your way. And that's really what I want to just, close this point with. Like, for everybody, there's just a rhyme to a reason that makes you. And if you choose that weed's part of you, then go for it. If you feel that beer is what you need to get through the day, go for it. If you feel like you don't need nothing, beautiful thing, man. Just keep high vibes and breathing in that good ass prana and breathe in the love and life and just enjoy how you feel today, man. Because you never know where you're going to be tomorrow and where we came from, and if this is all just some simulation anyways. Because going back to the all truths are true, theory, if that is a fact, then you're not doing anything wrong. You're only as wrong as you feel, and if it feels right, keep on doing you. Let's have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for, coming here, and I hope to see you